Sorry Sibam, we did you dirty. You're probably one of the realest ones out there, but this one problem is becoming a big part of the game. The competition on Instagram, TikTok and YouTube is getting more intense by every day, and there are more and more fitness cunts coming up on the scene.
What would you say to the guys that are natty? What do they need to do to achieve a physique like yours?
So there's a long road to take. It's a tough road, but for those that really want it, do the long road. Don't do the short term.
The standard of how jacked and lean you have to be is raising to unrealistic levels, so influencers are using everything in their power to end up on your homepage by using some secret hacks to grab your attention.
So, today we'll show you all the tricks influencers are using to enhance their physiques, why they're doing this in the first place, how this is negatively affecting all of us, and what can we do to prevent it, at least a little bit.
Before we start, we have to talk about the obvious one. Anabolic steroids. Sadly, their popularity in the fitness world has led many young individuals to use them without fully understanding the potential risks and side effects. Recent statistics reveal that in the United States alone, there are between 3 to 4 million people using these substances. And it's not just the USA. Studies show that around 1 million people in the UK are also using these drugs. Globally, an estimated 1 to 5% of people have tried these steroids at some point, with very few stopping once they start. Even at the lowest estimate of 1%, that's roughly 80 million people, comparable to the entire population of Germany. While we are not dismissing the hard work it takes to achieve amazing results even with the use of performance-enhancing drugs, but let's be real, it's a different game. The famous study from 1996 took 43 participants and split into 4 groups. The results were shocking. Take a look at this graph. The group that was training enhanced obviously gained the most muscle during 10 weeks. But what is more surprising is the group that didn't even train but took steroids. Gained 1.5 times more muscle mass than the group that was training naturally. However, we're not going to focus on this topic for now. There are numerous videos that already explain the problem in a better way than we would. We highly recommend to avoid the use of steroids. At least try to reach the genetic limit of how much muscle mass you can build naturally. People tend to underestimate how fucking good they can look if they focus on optimizing fundamentals, starting from proper training and nutrition all the way to adequate recovery. And imagine them doing it for 10 plus years. If you reach that level, then you can start thinking about enhancements. Our question is, how do even natural influencers manage to enhance their physiques online without you even realizing it? I decided to replicate the most common tactics from fitness charlatans. You won't believe how much effort they're willing to put in just to create more friction online. So here is the step-by-step process. To start off, you gotta be somewhat lean to see the muscle definition. Of course, the leaner the better. But in this case, I'm at around 15% of body fat, which is kinda acceptable. Next step is taking a video from the worst possible angle with terrible lighting and criminally bad posture. This is basically how I look in everyday life when I have a few burgers and fries the night before. Plus, I have been injured for the last 3 months, so it's safe to say I don't look like fitness influencer. But watch out, the glow up is about to happen. Shaving is such a crazy good hack that will enhance the definition of your muscle fibers. Here I'm only removing my hair from upper body because legs are under the table. Or because I was
way too lazy to do it.
Or maybe because I don't want to look gayish. Next up, pre-workout. However, we are adding one secret ingredient, sodium chloride, aka basic salt. This will increase the pump, improve muscle contraction, and make you last longer.
That's what she said!
And now is the time to get the nasty pump.
I put too much salt. Last time I almost puked from that shit. Pussy.
Same, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got cash in the bag, stadium packed.
In order to reveal the pump, it's important to get my pale skin darker. This time I'm using sun oil, but probably better solution will be proper tanning bath. Lighting and posing. are probably two biggest factors that will make or break your physique. However, the story doesn't end here, as I gotta make people believe I'm in sick shape year-round.
You're being the real influencer, you know? Like you are. Like, no, you're being that guy.
Yeah.
Who are we trying to...
Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, I don't know.
That's why I brought multiple outfits so that I have something to post for next 6 months. Finally, post-editing is the ultimate step of becoming sick fitness cunt. Here we are playing with exposure, contrast, saturation and sharpness in order to make myself stand out and appear bigger. So there you go, before and after. Boom. Oh yeah, one more thing, Photoshop.
Can you guys see what's going on here? The door frame is fucking missing. Hottie, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like look, it starts up there and it disappears.
When it comes to motives behind doing all of the hustle showed previously, there are two main reasons why influencers decide to utilize those tactics. Reason 1, money. Many influencers, especially in the fitness industry, are motivated by financial gains, seeking sponsorships, brand collaborations, and product endorsements. That's why they may promote magic powders or useless pills without considering the actual effectiveness or safety of the products.
Try to claim effective dosing. They could have added just a dusting to the bottle and it'd still meet the label claim. But even if most of these supplements did have honest label claims, most of their ingredients still aren't supported by scientific evidence.
And by the way, we are not against all the influencers trying to secure a bag. There's nothing wrong about it as long as they provide real value and help people. I mean, hey, we're also here to monetize our knowledge in the future, but on the premise to make your life better, to teach you important training principles and give you advice that you can take and apply in your own journey. That's why we started with creating a free training program for you to build a solid foundation, easy to start, follow and stick to. Simply put, you have nothing to lose and a lot to potentially gain. Don't miss this chance, link is in the description. Reason 2, fame. Some influencers may seek fame and use virtue signaling to present themselves as role models, basically always expressing things not out of genuine belief, but rather to gain a social approval, recognition, or to create a certain image. The pursuit of fame often leads them to present an idolized, enhanced version of their lives and bodies, which may make you feel pressured to these unrealistic standards, cause body dissatisfaction and self-esteem issues.
Muscles and cars.
Let's be real. Everyone wants validation. That's why some people are ready to do whatever it takes to get more views, likes, and attention. Always remember, just because video got more views, it doesn't mean it is more valuable. There are many fake influencers who use their platforms to cope with mental health struggles, and when it gets coupled with virtue signaling, it results in them saying what you want to hear, but not what you need to hear. Which leads us to the next chapter.
When you look at successful fitness influencers who manage to gather an insane amount of followers, they did so due to either their excellence in looks or knowledge. Naturally, people look up to the ones with amazing physiques and low body fat, while ignoring their expertise in the field. This can lead you to create false expectations for yourself, since you will be following their advice, which is, more often than not, extremely biased. If something worked for them, that doesn't mean it will necessarily work for you, because they might be genetically predisposed to be on your home screen. It is also important to mention that there are influencers that are looking amazing while possessing a high level of knowledge at the same time. This requires big amounts of discipline and willpower to achieve, but is certainly possible. However, the reality is that the best trainers and sports scientists mostly don't look that impressive, since so much of their time is spent serving others. But what can you do to minimize the harm from social media? Here is the recommended mindset.
Compare yourself with people who are at your level or you know them in person. Use it as motivation. Realize that you will never be completely happy with how you look, and that's okay. You shouldn't. But remember, it's in your power who you choose to compete with.
Follow advice of the knowledgeable and transparent ones. Those people tend to have a more objective perspective while often using studies and experiences from not only their own life but from others as well. Always keep questioning how it applies to your own life.
Be patient. Shit takes time. Sometimes it's a quick poop, sometimes it's a diarrhea. Avoid all or nothing mentality for longer periods of time. Have goals that are not based solely on looks, and don't attach your whole identity to the gym. There are also other things in life such as career, hobbies, friends, family that will make you more fulfilled.